Hey, it's Ken Lewis, and welcome to Mixing Night. Today I'm going to talk about finding the balance between crafting your own unique sound as an artist or music creative and giving the listener what they want or expect. Every creative person develops a style, and that style will evolve and expand over time. Whether you're an artist, producer, songwriter, mixer, whatever your creative role is. So I'm going to talk about the balances and trade-offs between building your own unique style and meeting listener expectations. Here are some perspectives from an old pro that maybe you haven't considered yet. Now, why listen to me? Well, I've been lucky enough to work with Kanye West, Ariana Grande, and John Bellion, among many others, before their big breaks came. And with those three artists in particular, their unique level of talent was just so exceedingly obvious, and it still took them several years from when I met them until their big album or first big song hit. So let's talk about the strengths and trade-offs between being unique and giving the people what they want. Number one, you may only get one shot. So we've all seen TV commercials repeat endlessly, or you hear that major label single hit the radio and you're like, I hate this song. And the next week it's all that you can sing. And you can't get it out of your head, and that is the power of repetition. And for independent artists and creatives, we don't have that power of repetition. What you put out is, you're going to get one listen, one time, probably 30 seconds to a minute. And whoever is listening is going to form an opinion on what you have in that time frame, and that's going to be their opinion. They're going to either move on or they're going to connect to what you do. And that first minute only buys you the next minute. If you get them to the end of the song, then maybe you have a new fan. So let your creativity run wild, but also manage your expectations. You got to understand that the more unique you are as an artist, that fewer people are going to understand what you do musically as quickly. I mean, pop radio is called pop radio for a reason, because the popular songs are usually the easiest to listen to once and digest. So if you're more unique, understand that and find ways to bring people into your listening world in a way that they can hear it multiple times and understand you as an artist. Number two, people aren't always ready for something new. And often, something new and unique takes several listens to connect. So I mixed Down on Me by Jeremiah and 50 Cent. This is a perfect example. This song spent 7 months on the singles charts, but it started very low and it climbed all the way to number one over the course of 7 months. As people got more familiar with it, the song and the story grew into a smash. It crossed genres at radio, but it also started low, and it took a long time to get there. Now, if the label had treated it like it was a smash from the beginning, then they probably would have given up on it after the first month or two of low performance, and you would have never even known the song existed. So, if you have a new sound, find the places that people are looking for it, stick with it. It's going to take some time, but there's probably a playlist for it somewhere on Spotify. So go find your audience and give them your music. Number three, should you stay in one lane or appeal to multiple audiences? So many times I've heard artists have the conversation, this song's really going to appeal to the kids, and this song adults are going to love, and man, people that love pop are going to like this song, and this song on my project, the rock people are going to love, so we really have our bases covered with this album. No, you don't. Trying to appeal to everybody is usually a recipe for appealing to nobody. I'm not saying it's impossible, it's just highly improbable. I mean, there's only one Bruno Mars. You can certainly be adventurous as an artist, but trying to be all things to all people is a good way not to appeal to anybody. So what can you do? Find your niche and expand it. If you're an as yet unknown creative trying to get noticed, think of it like this. There's a highway, we'll call it the streaming highway. And a whole bunch of artists are on the streaming highway, and you as a new artist can either get on the streaming highway or try to, or you can be the unique artist out in the field way off of the highway, waving at everybody driving by, wondering why nobody is slowing down to pay attention to your stuff. Now, you got to put some perspective behind that same thought as well. Take two artists' first singles who are really unique creative artists. We have Kendrick Lamar. His first single was Swimming Pools. It's a song about drinking. Not very original. He brought people into his world before he made the switch into the ultra unique creative artist that he became. Let's look at another one. Lady Gaga. Her first single was Just Dance. I mean, straight up as pop as you can be. Once she brought everybody into her realm, then she was like, you're my fans now. Now I'm going to show you really who I am. And then her real unique artistry was able to come out on later singles, and she could really show what she was made of. So let's look at a real world scenario for a second. Say Lady Gaga tried to put out Bad Romance as her very first single ever. And I'm a music director at a radio station, and I'm responsible for picking what goes on air. And I hear somebody, rah, rah, na, 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 Gaga. I'm thinking to myself, my listeners at my station are not going to connect to this. They're not going to know who this is. It's weird. I'm not spinning this. I'm going to spin something more normal. Whereas Just Dance, perfect pop song. She brings people into her world, gets people to learn her artistry. People over time figure out how weird she is, and Bad Romance is a big smash down the road. All right, so I've given you a lot of things to think about. Just keep in mind, every artist is going to craft their own lane and their own direction. You can be middle of the road pop, and that's just fine. You can be out in the middle of left field unique, and that's fine too. But if you want to get out there and get fans, you need to bring your music to them, and you need to manage your expectations on how difficult it is. So it's always about balancing artistry with expectations. It's been Ken Lewis with Mixing Night. I'll see you on the next one. My YouTube channel is the most badass on the block, and you want to be a member. Subscribe right now. Do it. What? Okay, I saw you. I saw that. You got it. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that subscription. Peace.